An unidentified terrorist has now been neutralized in an ongoing anti-terror operation that broke out in the Aragam area of North Kashmir's Bandipora district. Initially, there were reports that 2 terrorists were hiding in the area. Now, this of course comes after Union Home Minister Amit Shah chaired a high-level meeting in the national capital with regards to the security situation in Jammu and Kashmir. In the meeting, Union Home Minister Shah directed top officials to deliver a strong response to terrorism in the Jammu region. Meanwhile, in the wake of the recent terror attacks in Jammu, the Chief of Defence Staff, General Anil Chauhan, will also be visiting the 16th Corps in Nagrota today to review the operational preparedness of our forces on the ground. He is expected to hold a meeting at the White Knight Corps headquarters in Nagrota, where he will be briefed about the anti-terror operations in the region. Meanwhile, in the past 2 weeks, remember viewers, terrorists attacked 4 places in Riyasi, Kathua and Doda districts of Jammu and Kashmir, resulting in the deaths of 9 civilians and a CRPF Jawan as well. With us on the broadcast to first share more details with regards to what can be expected today by the CDS's visit is my colleague Ajay Jandyal. Ajay, when is the CDS likely to land in Jammu and take a stock of the situation?
Well, CDS is about to land here in the Nagrota 16th Corps and definitely to review the preparedness of the forces, ground forces here in the Jammu and Kashmir, because we have seen that in the recent past, the way basically the terror attacks have increased in Jammu region, that is a major challenge for the forces. And right after Home Minister Amit Shah chaired a high-level meeting there in the elite North Block, it has been conveyed to the ground forces that they have to ensure the safety and the security of the civilians in Jammu and Kashmir, and also the safety of the Amarnath Yatra, which is going to start from end of this month. And it is also challenging for the forces to ensure that the terrorists, those who are hiding in the forest area, they have to be neutralized as soon as possible. Amit Shah has also conveyed the ground forces, the top commanders of the defense forces, those who are operating and responsible for the security situation in Jammu and Kashmir, that they have to, ensure the zero tolerance against the terrorism, and every terrorist, those who are present over here in the Jammu and Kashmir, they have to be neutralized. And also to ensure the borders safety, line of control safety from where these terrorists are infiltrating to the Jammu and Kashmir. We have seen that 6-hour-long meeting Amit Shah have shared in 2 segments yesterday in North Block, and today early in the morning CDS Chief of Defence Staff General, he's visiting Jammu, and definitely it is going to happen that he'll meet the ground forces, ground commanders to review the security scenario and also the operational preparedness of these commanders.
All right, Ajay, with that, I would like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast, sharing all those updates. We will keep returning to you on the ground to take a stock of what is happening. Meanwhile, also joining us is SP Ved, former DGP of JNK. Sir, good morning, and thank you for speaking to us on NewsX. Now, a zero-terror plan that is already in place in Kashmir is being implemented in Jammu as well. We've seen an early success with 1 terrorist being neutralized today itself. What else do you think is needed to counter terror tentacles in Jammu?
Namaskar. What high-level meeting which Honorable Home Minister chaired yesterday at Delhi has a very clear message to the field commanders that zero-terror policy of Kashmir has to be replicated in Jammu region. You have seen how Jammu region has been increasingly being targeted for last 2 years, particularly Rajouri Poonch area, and now Kathua, Doda and Udhampur, Riyasi areas. And that is very disturbing. You had attack on the Yatris. Now, very soon, Amarnath Yatra would be starting, then followed by assembly election, which is likely, and we have to ensure that all those terrorists who have managed to enter inside need to be eliminated. You had seen how in Kathua the 2 terrorists were eliminated, and today operation in the Bandipur area also was very successful. I think 1 terrorist has been neutralized, the other is being searched about. And Doda, I was speaking to the concerned police officers. They are very confident this group, which has managed to sneak to hills of Doda, Vadrawa, and Gando, will very soon be neutralized. Our people are after them. But challenge will remain Rajouri Poonch. Let me mention here, because Rajouri Poonch, the army has suffered a lot of casualties in last 1.5 year, 2 years. I think 35 plus, and army has to take a proactive approach to neutralize these groups which are trying following jungle warfare tactics and hiding in the jungles. And I think something like Sarp Binash Hill Kaga type operation needs to be launched. And I think I'm sure the CDS, who's visiting 16 Corps today, will be discussing this, how to clear Rajouri Poonch of these menace of terrorists. But we, at the same time, need to focus on how to check more infiltration, because let me mention here, Jammu region does not have its local terrorism, and most of them are foreign terrorists who are operating. Those who died in Kathua are foreigner. Those who are operating in Rajouri Poonch are foreigners. Doda, I don't know till they are eliminated who these terrorists are. Most probably they would be foreigners. But some of the Kishtwar, Doda boys who are in POK for many years, maybe ISI is trying to push them inside and reactivate the modules here. We need to focus. But the BSF in the international border and the army has to work out how to make zero infiltration target. That is very, very important, because if more groups come, then you have a ready-made situation here. So we need to go after them. And J&K police need to target those who are providing support structure to these terrorists, whether in terms of food, logistics. They need to be targeted by J&K police. And I think it's not difficult. We have done it earlier also. I was IG Jammu 2004 to 8. And after 6-7, there was no terrorist incident in Jammu region. Was almost free of terrorism.
Also, sir, for the knowledge of our viewers, you've referred to the terrain as well. Could you explain a little bit how exactly does that influence the operations?
See, Jammu region terrain, we all know, is rugged mountains. These are all Pir Panjal ranges, very high mountains, thick forest. Unlike Kashmir Valley is plain. And Kashmir Valley, there's so much of connectivity, very easy connectivity, roads, network of roads, which is not so in Jammu region. Not every place is connected. So you have to track a lot of steep mountains on foot. So movement of security forces becomes very difficult. There are a lot of places to hide. The sparsely populated area. Communication is a problem. Reinforcement is a problem. So these are difficulties and very high mountains and mixed population. That is a plus point. Hindus and Muslims are together in these hills. So that comes to advantage of the security forces. VDCs are very, very active, unlike Kashmir Valley in Jammu region, hills of Rajouri Poonch and Doda, Kishtwar. So I think we must make use of the VDCs and the local boys who know the terrain, who know the jungles, who know the Pagdandi. So I think they must be made use of.
All right, sir. With that, I would like to thank you for taking out time.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.